Yo, what up? It's your boy OJJ Stone, aka O Doctor, and I'm here with my boy Ryan. Say hi, Ryan.
Hey, everybody.
Ryan Matthew gave up the worst name ever on Twitter. What was it? What was it, Ryan?
Well, my pen name used to be Matt Ryan, and some quarterback took it, and
then he gave it away.
I gave it away.
Horrible person.
I was getting tired, man. Those fans, the Atlanta Falcon fans, kept messaging me, telling me I fumbled the ball or I didn't throw right.
That's why you hold on to it, and you put up a robo tweet once a week saying I'm the greatest quarterback alive, and I too will go down an 8-time MVP Super Bowl champion. And you keep that name, and then you sell it to Matt Ryan, or you get Matt Ryan to take us out to a football game or something. But you don't give it away. What fun stories do we have to talk about today?
Oh man, we got a lot of good ones. Let's see. We could start with that Grammy performance by Lady Gaga and the tracking and projection mapping that happened on her face, where spiders were crawling across her face, and she had the makeup going and everything.
Her Bowie performance, people said she sounded more like Bette Midler than David Bowie, but she looked like David Bowie, and it looked really cool. That company has been doing a lot of neat stuff, and it was really cool that they brought it out for that. Intel ran a commercial like it was their thing, but that technology is really neat, the stuff that they could do, and they could project on somebody's face. I mean, I don't really know what more you use it for stuff like that, but I think it's really cool.
Well, I know for one application, it would save a lot of money on the production end of doing special effects on people's faces in commercials and television and movies. If you can actually have something project over the face, let's say you're doing a zombie movie and you're doing like a time lapse of somebody turning into a zombie or rotting or whatever, you could have that just projected onto their face and do it in a few minutes rather than in countless hours in post-production.
Yay, Sci-Fi Channel and the worst B C flicks ever. Yes, that's a very good application for it. Those are the only places that would use that. If The Walking Dead did this, I would no longer watch The Walking Dead. I spent $20 at the movie theater. I don't want to see projected face changes. I want to see CGI. I want to know that some dude took 18 hours of his life to make an avatar person come to life. That's what I want. But that is good. That is a good thing for. I think I saw, and I couldn't find it again. I saw an instance where they had a car cover over top of, I think it was a BMW they were trying to announce, and they projected the car driving and moving over the screen of the car before they unveiled the car. So I thought that there's a lot of little neat things that you could do with that. There's also an app if you're board. It's called Masquerade Me, msgrd.me if you want, and they could put like a monkey on your face or like the Joker, different things where you could talk and it moves your eyebrows and your mouth and everything like that. It just sticks something over your face real quick. Obviously not super high tech, but if you're bored and you want to look like the Joker for 5 minutes, you could do that. What else is going on?
I'm lazy. I'm a pretty lazy person. If I can get away with having a robot do something for me, I'd go for that over having to actually do something myself, take out the trash or whatever. But Nissan has a technology right now that came out, according to the BBC, that will park office chairs under the tables for you to tidy up your office. So when you get up from like a meeting or something, and you walk out, the chairs will park themselves under the desk. And I don't know if it's just me, but I think that's great. It's one less thing I have to worry about.
When you get out from an office, and especially if it's a packed office, everybody's trying to jostle their chairs to get back together. What usually ends up happening is people step away, they step out. Someone else is still sitting. You don't want to bump them with your chair. You also want to allow them to get out. So if you're like one of the last people out of a room, you could look back, and I don't know how many meetings I've been in. You look back and chairs are just everywhere. So I guess they clap their hands or do something like the clap or do some kind of motion or tap a button on the wall, and all the chairs just zoom back underneath the table. Always great for a cleaning person to come in. They can always vacuum and get around. I assume there's another button to tap and they slide out from the table. But other than the comfort of the chairs, which I don't know how comfortable these chairs are, I think it's pretty neat. I don't know the cost effectiveness of it. You know, I don't know who's spending 20 G's on a chair. That's the other problem. Like if it was cost effective and it didn't use that much power, I'm saying these things should be everywhere. Like I only have one chair at my desk, but if I could click a button and it could go zoom and put itself away for me, that'd be awesome. Or like if my couches could just like float to the other side of the room so I could run a vacuum or something like that. So I'm not averse to chair mobilization technology.
Or better yet, they could partner with iRobot and have a Roomba installed on the bottom of that chair. So the chairs can just go around and vacuum the office.
That's too many Roombas.
2 birds with 1 stone.
I just told you I was trying to get the economics down. You're trying to make them vacuum cleaners. I'm sure that would take the price through the roof. I mean, I guess if you had a boardroom, you have one of them that would be a Roomba. That's a good deal. Like you have 10 chairs with one Roomba chair that would do the cleaning up, but not all of them.
Well, there's one story here that isn't quite as pleasing, I guess, to the eyes, where senators are drafting a bill right now to criminalize Apple's refusal to aid in the decryption of that phone that was used by the San Bernardino shooters. And right now they're trying to make it illegal for a company to refuse to create software for the government to spy on its citizens. What do you think about that, Owen?
This governor is in North Carolina, and obviously he's trying to make a name for himself. It's not even governor, it's a senator, right?
Yes, Richard Burr. He's a Republican from North Carolina.
Of course he's a Republican. And okay. So first of all, you're in a space where, not to say anything about North Carolinians, my father lived there, my sister lives there, but you're not that bright. I'm just going to say this in general. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything about technology. So in your mind, you're thinking what most general people think when they write this or talk about this subject. Oh, the terrorism. You're sticking up for terrorists. Why won't you give up this information for this one terrorist? Now, they want them to give them a backdoor to get into the phone. They're not going to give Apple the phone and say, hey, decrypt it and give us a printout of everything on the phone. That's not what they want. They want a way to get into the phone. So if you're telling me it's about the protection of the American people and terrorism, then they should just say, hey, Apple, take this phone, do whatever you got to do to encrypt it, print us out everything that's on this phone, give it back to us. You know why they won't do that? Because they're assholes, and that's why. Because they want to be able to get into anybody's phone anytime, anywhere, any place. And that's what this is all about. The information that you're going to say to me, oh, and we can't just give Apple the information and let them print it out and give it back to them. That's not how it works. Well, I remind you that in this very case, the FBI let news organizations, 3 of them, CNN, Fox, and I think it was MSNBC, someone, they walked into the house of the residents the same night that these people were apprehended and murdered, rummaged through their home, picking up their IDs, their mail, looking at their dresser drawers, their clothes, everything, live on TV, pictures and everything online. And I'm just there saying to myself, why would the FBI not tape this off and block it off? That's the incompetence of the FBI, regardless of all the afterthought conspiracy stuff you want to talk about. I don't care about that stuff. You know, it's out there. You could do whatever you want to. But the fact is, the FBI couldn't control the physical evidence of that space. So if they're willing to let IDs and pictures and mail be read live broadcast on many news or outlets, then they shouldn't have a problem having Apple just print out what they want and give it to them. You should trust Apple, right? We want Apple to trust you, but they really just want this so they can get in anybody's phone, anywhere, any place. And I'm glad Apple's standing up for it. I'm glad Twitter and Facebook and other places. Barack Obama's mentioned things like this a couple of years ago. He's been trying to talk to and ask for backdoor channels and things like that. And the thing with Zuckerberg said, oh, we don't really want to do that. And they shouldn't do that. It's not something that should get done. And I know people want to say, oh, and terrorism, they kill. I don't care. That's 14 people. And it's sad to say that, but the well-being, safety, and information of the many outweighs the few. You know, maybe I'd feel different if this was like a 9/11 and like 3,000 people and there were like 32 assailants. You had all these phones you're trying to get information out of. Like these two people that seemed to be lone rangers with connections to ISIS. Who are they really talking to on their phone that you think is going to give you some secret knowledge or information that they didn't get from their computer or work emails or devices or mails or like, if you didn't come up with anything from there, you think all the magic juice is going to be in the phone when everybody knows the phones can be hacked and tracked? I don't believe that. I believe that they were doing more stuff with burner phones than they were with their regular phones. So I do not support this at all. 0%.
And it's not like they don't have the iCloud backup from the phone. They actually do have iCloud backups, and Apple complied by giving the government those backups. They were up to a month before the shooting. And I guess what the FBI is stating is something happened between that iCloud backup and the day of the shooting where the attack was coordinated, but the attack only involved 2 people. So it's not like he was coordinating, internationally to have this huge thing. It wasn't 9/11. It was 2 people that had all the guns and everything they needed prior to the shooting, and they went out and they did this.
I totally support Apple in this, and I hope that they fight it. I heard they got a couple of lawyers jumping in on their side, and not that they need more lawyers. I'm sure they got their own lawyers, but they have a couple of high-profile lawyers in that sector coming to their defense as well. So, yay, Apple, boo government. I'm sorry. I understand terrorism is a problem and all, but I'm doing some dangerous stuff on my phone, and I need protection. I need that military grade.
And I guess another story to come out of this was the support that Apple has received from Google CEO, as well as executives from just about every other major tech company coming to Apple's support and saying, this sets a bad precedent for the industry as a whole.
Because again, like I said, Obama's been trying to get other companies to do this for a while now, and they just refuse. So, viva la Apple.
And we have one story out of Google. Google launches a fresh grocery delivery service called Google Express, and basically they're going to go head to head with Amazon in an attempt to have groceries delivered to your door in a timely manner and save you a trip to the store.
In major cities, food deserts. Well, in urban cities, food deserts are a huge problem. And if you don't live in a major city, if you just visited, think about when you saw a grocery store. And then think about, wow, I don't ever remember seeing a grocery store. I see restaurants, I see bars, I see clubs. When have I seen like a grocery store? Like, I don't even see like a Target. Like, where are they? They're there. They're just hard to find, which means they're hard to get to and they're far and few between. And the one time I was in New York and I was staying with a friend, I was like, oh, I'm going to make you dinner. Let's go out. And we went to Whole Foods, and my God, was the line long. It was insane. So in major cities, if you can get your food delivered and you don't have to go anywhere, that's a big to-do. So I understand why Google would want to get in that business, because there's definitely a market for it. And, you don't want to be the last one to do it. And Google has to start moving into offering some kind of services besides search, because their bottom dollar on that is going down quarter after quarter. I mean, they're still alive. They're still Google, but that's why they're doing the Google car and other things like that, because they know they see the future coming and they've got to get into certain markets. And this is one of those markets in cities that is definitely going to be booming and people will use on a regular basis.
Absolutely. And at about $3 to $5 per order with same day delivery. I mean, for lazy folks like me that hate getting out of the house, that's a perfect thing. I want to sign up today. I wish they were in Austin.
Everybody be riding around on those little Bob cars like was it Wally? Everybody be sitting around on those things because nobody wants to get up and go walk and get their groceries anymore. And those pyramid schemers that used to tell you back in the day, oh, buy all your stuff online and have it shipped to your house. You can save so much money. And then you sell from under me and then I sell from under you. And I'm like, somebody actually tried to sell me one of those things like a year ago. And I'm like, there's Amazon now, right? Like 10 years ago. I mean, you were right. I know people that were selling that 10 years ago, and all they say was, see, it wasn't a pyramid scheme. Everybody's doing it now. And I'm like, it was still a pyramid scheme, but they were ahead of the business as far as pyramid schemes go. But Amazon's out here now. Now apparently Google's out here. So, yay.
Awesome. One thing you might not be too excited about, Facebook has plans to put ads in Messenger. And the way that they're doing it is pretty interesting. It's a leaked document that came out very recently. It was sent to some of its biggest advertisers, revealing that Facebook will launch ads within Q2 of 2016. And the document, which was obtained by TechCrunch originally, said that businesses will be able to send ads as messages to people who previously initiated a chat thread with that company. So if you ever contacted a company for support or to ask a question on Facebook, now they're going to have the ability to push an ad directly to your phone.
I hate Facebook Messenger. I don't like it at all. People contact me through it, and if I semi-like you, I will tolerate that conversation. But otherwise, I'm like, what are you doing? It doesn't matter to me. I don't want to hear it. It's not important. Text me, Skype me, send me a handwritten letter, but get out of Facebook Messenger. I hate Facebook Messenger. And now I hate Facebook Messenger even more. Because guess what? You can't turn it off. You can't stop them. You can't do anything. You just got to sit there and take their punk advertisement. That's why, I understand stuff's free and they got to make money. I get it. And so I fight it as much as possible. When you talk about anything in your Gmail, the ads pop up. Oh man, I can't wait. I saw those socks. Oh, you like socks? Here, let me show you these socks to buy. Oh, you had air for breakfast? Let me show you this air. Like, it's so insane. And Facebook is going to start doing that, which is why Facebook thinks I'm 64 years old, because I don't like the ads they push to me, which is funny because now they just push old ads to me. You have no idea how many lonely 64 to 75-year-old women are out there in the world looking for love, and they're just waiting to meet me. They're dying to meet me. I tell you, between those old women and the Viagra that they push to me on my sidelines, apparently life does not end in your 70s.
That's just it. They actually know a lot more about you. They know you already conquered the 18 to 45 space, right? They think you're ready to expand a bit.
Lord knows. I mean, I tell you what, some of them women over there looking good. I was like, you 65? I was like, you might be pulling one of my moves. You ain't 65, girl. You look spry. Get me a sugar mama out there.
Now, I will say this. I do not like Messenger on mobile apps. I do resent when you said that I like it, but let me tell you something. The thing I hate most about Messenger as a whole in mobile app space is whenever you download Facebook, it will always tell you have a message waiting. It'll give you a little notification badge letting you know you have a message. And then you go to look at the message. Even though you can see the chat list of all your friends right there, you can't see that message until you get their Messenger app.
They got you. You like Facebook Messenger. It's over for you. It's over for you, and you like it. That's you. Hey, you can't like. You gotta like the whole summer few. You like it, so you're beat, and that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. They're always gonna be this way. That's just the way it is. Do 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 do. I don't like Facebook because in the Messenger app. Nah, bro. Nah. Eat crow. That's how they got you. At first they said, "Oh, use Facebook Messenger." Nobody used it. Then they forced you to use it. Then you use it, people get used to it. Now they're going to be in there talking all crazy. And next thing you know, again, they're just listening to you so they can push ads to you. That's why somebody called me on Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, are you out of your mind? What are you doing? Oh, it's just no. You call me on the phone. Like I said, I need the NSA to tap my stuff. I'm not letting Facebook tap me. Facebook is almost bad as the NSA. They just want to sell me stuff. I don't want to be buying stuff that I talk to you about. You know what I mean? You're there trying to get a girl to come over. She says no. They send you a box of Kleenex's advertisement like you crying yourself to sleep. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that kind of direct marketing and sales from Facebook. I already get enough of it from Google. I don't need it from Facebook too. So, boo Messenger.
Man, that's it for the stories we have for this week. But I do want to bring up one thing: is Patreon. We have a Patreon campaign going. It's patreon.com/IQMZ, where you can support these podcasts, support my friend there, Owen, and let us make more stuff for you to listen to and watch and enjoy and love and all those great things.
You can support Patreon. Patreon sounds great. I'm your boy on JJ Stone, aka Doctor. I think Ryan is using the word friend very loosely in a very cavalier way. I'm gonna have to discuss the word friendship. We got to look up the definition. I don't really even remember what it is anymore. I haven't looked it up such a long time. But hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you're having a great day. Patreon/IQMZ. Hot you later.
iPhone, MacBook Pro, baby, Apple Watch.